Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Mahfouz Iqbal, lecturer, Department of English, Tilka Model University College. Um, how are you, my dear honors fourth year students? I'm also fine. Okay, today I'm taking a class in your most important course, ELT, and today's topics and chapter is two. The topics is theories of language learning, theories of first language acquisition. um, when you need this is a very important chapter for you, for ELT students, for us for theory students. So be careful when I'm be attentive when I'm taking this class, just hearing. Start, my dear student. Theories of first language acquisition. When you are understanding the theories of first language acquisition, you first need to what is acquisition and what is learning. There's a big difference of acquisition and learning. If you understand the what is acquisition, what's the meaning of acquisition, what is learning, what is the meaning of learning, what is the purpose of learning, so you can differ both things. So this is very helpful for you. So first so discuss about acquisition. Okay, ready? Okay, acquisition refers to an unconscious process of picking up a language through exposure to a naturalistic setting. So you know that acquisition is so much important for a language and a language learner. This is acquiring a language, and we know that this is unconscious process. This is not a conscious process. This is unconscious process, and we take a language simultaneously, and this is the way of the taking language is naturalistic, like our mother tongue. Our first language is mother tongue. Our first language is our mother tongue is Bengali. So we are acquiring Bengali, not acquiring in English. We are learning English but acquiring Bengali. So acquisition is longer lasting. The language specialist says that it is longer lasting, and it is very important for communicating English. It is important for communicating English. Acquisition importance for communicating English. Okay, so this is acquisition. Then on the other hand, the learning is one of the another part on the part of another part. So learning implies deliberate attempt at gaining proficiency in a foreign language, and this is conscious process. Learning is a conscious process. You know that you're going to a coaching center to speaking English, to speaking English so fluently, so sharply. So for this reason, you are going to the coaching center. This is called learning. This is you are conscious. You know that. So this is the conscious learning, and it is not longer lasting. Specialist language specialist says that this is not long lasting. This is there is no importance about communicative purpose. Their main importance is memorizing vocabulary and structure of grammatical structure. This is very important, and this is explicit learning, and acquisition is implicit learning, and implicit, and learning is explicit. Okay, so this is the difference. This is the difference of acquisition and learning. This is the difference of acquisition and learning, because acquisition is implicit learning, and implicit, and learning is explicit learning. Okay, so this is the difference of acquisition and learning. And the theories of first language acquisition, you find four major theories. One is behaviorism, mentalism, cognitive theory, and maturation or critical period or hypothesis. So today I am discussing about behaviorism. This is so much important question for this chapter. So Behaviorism is like the acting, like acting. You are acting, or someone. So this is the behaviorism. We know that behaviorism was introduced in 1913 by the American psychologist John B. Watson. The first version is trying to establish the theory, and the others two famous uh, researchers Pavlov and the Pavlov classical conditioning theory and Skinner operant conditioning theory. They are the two specialists. One is a Pavlov, is a Russian, and another is Skinner. The Pavlov's theory's name is classical conditioning, and the Skinner theory's name is operant conditioning. So first I'm discussing about Pavlov theory, and because for this experiment, Pavlov experiments with animals. Pavlov's experiment with animals. So, for example, a dog's mouth begins to water as a reflex when the animal smells meat. Eventually, you know that sometimes the dog mouth is watered when he find the smell of meat, find the smell of animal meat. So this is the natural setting. This is the natural setting. Pavlov rang a bell each time he was about to give meat to a dog. Pavlov sometimes he is trying to that when he give the meat for dog, and he is ringing a bell. He ringing a bell. For this reason, the first day the dog is coming here and eating his food. The second day, rang the bell, the dog is coming. The third day, again rang the bell. When he rang the bell, the dog's mouth is watered, not need a smell. For this purpose, the dog not need any smell of meat. Rang the button, rang the bell, and the dog's mouth watered. So this is the flow. Watered. Eventually, the duck's mouth began to water when Pavlov merely rang the bell, and the flow of saliva. The meaning of saliva is lala. I'm interpreting. Sometimes I am interpreting into Bengali to better understanding for you. Saliva, the flow of saliva, mukhel lala, become conditioned response to the ringing to the bell. This is the conditioning response. This is the conditioning response. The Pavlov theory is conditioning response. Rang the bell and watered the mouth. Rang the bell, and when the dogs hear the bell rang, and the dog's mouth is watered. This is conditioned response. You can understand. I know that you can understand. If you have any query, you need any help, to contact with me for my mobile number or messenger. Okay, I'm always trying to help you. So this is the Pavlov theory. Okay, next we are discussing about Skinner's theory. We know that Skinner is another famous researcher about theories of first language acquisition, behaviorism, and Skinner developed a new concept of operant conditioning. His concept name is operant conditioning. Thus, Skinner had rats in a cage which happened to press a bar by chance, which had the effect of giving the rats a food palate. Here, the Skinner theory, Skinner experiment is that he has a rat in a cage and press a bar, and the food is come. Press the bar, food is come. Rat thinking that press the bar, food is come. First day, press the bar, by chance he is not sure, but by chance he press the bar and the food is come. And the next day, Next day, he's press the bar, food come, press the bar, food come. For this is it's likely to be repeated. It is a repeated theory. So the rat is know that press the bar and the food is come. So this is occurring repeated, and he is acting this, and his behavior is say that press the bar and eating your food, come your food and take your food. The rat thinking that. Thus Skinner uh, rats soon learn to deliberately praise the bird. So for this reason, rat understand that, and he deliberately praise the bird. He learned here. He learned that he learned and deliberately praise the bird. Operant conditioning can be made to account for production of human language. This is called the production of human language. This is repeated. Your language is production. The new word is production. When you understand that this is nice, this is fine, for this reason he doing it. Okay. Apparent conditioning can be made to account for production of human language. A child says "dada" in his babbling. Daddy smiles and shows his approval, and the child will say again. When a little child father and go daddy, daddy, and his father was smiling. His father smiling and approved him. So he's so much happy. He again said that daddy, daddy. Thus, the child may learn to say dada when daddy is around. So sometimes when his daddy is around him, or here or there, when he is saying, he said daddy, daddy, daddy. He said repeatedly daddy, daddy. So daddy around, and in this way positive reinforcement cause behavior to be repeated. So this is the positive reinforcement. You know that reinforcement means. So it's the meaning of the reinforcement. Praising power. This is the power. Shakti Biddhik, or raising power. Behavior to be repeated. The child may start to use dada to other people, but when he will not get any positive reinforcement, he will learn to limit the especially to his own daddy. So sometimes the little boy saw that some people look like his father, and he said this man daddy, but this is not his father. He is daddy, but he don't find any positive reinforcement. No laughing, that's not approving. Not finding positive reinforcement. He will learn to limit the expression simply to his own dad. For this reason, he learned that no positive reinforcement. For this reason, he is only say daddy only for his own father. Okay, not this man. So he will learn to limit the expression simply to his own daddy. In this way, correct pieces of language are acquired, and this is the way of correct pieces of language are acquired. Acquired meaning orjon kora. Yes, in this way, correct piece of language are acquired, but incorrect utterance are not. When it is correct, he understands that this is correct. This is his father, and he is say that daddy, daddy. The positive reinforcement is coming. The father is smiling and approval. For this purpose, he said that daddy, and this is the correct piece of language are acquired, not the incorrect utterance. So this is the Skinner theory. In behaviorism, we find Skinner and Pavlov. These are two theory. So easily you understand that. Just read it and understand that. Okay. So I am some principle I am discussing about some principle of behaviorism. You know that behaviorism deals with observable behavior. When The behaviorism expert says that this is what is a man, what is a little boy observed, and he is acting this. This is called behavior. This is simply called behaviorism. So the main principle of behaviorism are internal events such as thinking can be measured by external action. um, your thinking is measured by the external action. You saw the action, and your thinking is measured, and you do your work. And number two, children are born with tabula rasa. Tabula rasa meaning a blank slate. Tabula rasa meaning blank slate. It's a fully blank. When a child born is a fully blank, they learn from the surrounding environments. This environments learning him. Okay, number three, people's behavior is determined by external environment. People, we are something acquiring from our environment, our surrounding environment, and people learn from that what they see, and what and how they are taught. What I'm saying, I do this. What and how they are taught. This is the way of learning. Acquisition. And number four, behavior is the result of stimulus response conditioning. It is the response conditioning. When I am seeing someone and I am acting this. This is behaviorism. By following step-by-step process, this is a step-by-step process. People can be conditioned to repeat behaviorism that were aimed at. When you are aimed at that, you are acting. You look this person. You are acting this person's style. This is one type of behaviorism. So this is the whole thing of behaviorism. This is the ending of the behaviorism. I know that you can understand so nicely, but you are trying to help your text. Okay, help your text. So this is the first theory of theories of language learning acquisition. This is the first theory, behaviorism. So today, having some time, so discussing about mentalism. There is a we know that first time there is mentalism is the opposite theory of behaviorism. Mentalism is the opposite theory of behaviorism. You first understand the theory of behaviorism and the theory of mentalism. What is the difference of the behaviorism and mentalism? If you understand the behavior difference, you can write down so nicely, so easily. Okay, so cool your mind. So mentalism is a theory of emphasized mental power to learn a language. The expert of mentalism, the Noam Chomsky, is the one of the best expert in English language. So Noam Chomsky argues that human beings are biologically programmed to learn language. Human brain is biologically, by born, genetically, they're programmed in our body, programmed in our vocal cord, programmed in our heart, programmed in our brain. This is programmed by God, and we are talking something, we are speaking, but human beings are speaking, talking, but not the other animal in this world. Okay, so Chomsky argues that human beings are biologically programmed to learn languages. He says that human brains contain a small device which is called LAD. He says that we all human beings having a having so little device. This is called LAD, language acquisition device. This is mental device helps children learn a language. Now I am differ. This is the one line. This is a very important now two line. We are differing mentalism and behaviorism. Mentalism says that mental device helps children learn a language. Chomsky says that our mental device like LAD is helping to learn our language children. Okay, this is called mentalism. And the behaviorism says that children learn from environment. Behaviorism says that children learn from environment. Behaviorism says that children learn from environment, and mentalism says that Children learn from their mental device. Okay, this is the difference from for behaviorism and mentalism. Okay, this theory comes as opposed to the behaviorist theory. You know that first time I'm saying that this is the opposition theory. Mentalism is the opposition theory of behaviorism. Okay. According to Chomsky, children come with some principle of language learning, such as sentence structures. First time when us children say something, it's a little word, daddy, mama, this is a little word, and after some day is structuring a sentence. Studies have shown that there are specific physical parts in brains that are involved in receiving and producing language. We have a something some small device in our head, in your brain, for this reason, specifically physical parts in brains that are involved in receiving and producing language. This is receiving. When you are talking something, received it and I'm understanding it, and then I am producing a new language or for answering your question, for answering or to communicate with each other. And second language acquisition theorists say that learner can learn second and subsequent language if they are interested in instructed properly by creating suitable condition. Second language acquisition, you need to suitable condition to acquire this second language. This also suggests that language learners may develop competence if they are taught in natural communication and with authentic materials. So you need the authentic materials, you need the natural condition. If you have these two things, a natural condition and authentic materials, you develop your competence and you are acquiring the second language. You know that I'm saying that our first language is Bengali and our second language is English. As our brains are programmed to learn language, we just need some stimuli to do that. However, human beings do not learn a language by following instruction blindly. They make mistakes, change structures, and make own sentence. Our brain is this is the sophisticated machine. So we know that what can we do? We make mistakes, we change our structure, we make our own sentences. So this is the whole thing of mentalism. Just you understand one line different from behaviorism and mentalism. Mentalism says that mental device help a learner, help children learn a language, and behaviorism says that children learn from environment. This is the difference, both behaviorism and mentalism. So my dear student, you need to understand so easily. You need to be attentive for your text, reading the text and understanding behaviorism and mentalism. And I'm trying my next class to discuss about cognitive theory and critical period. Okay, so this is the ending of my class. This is the ending of my today's class. Okay, thank you very much. Be happy, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.